What is up, guys? Picking up the Chevy Equinox. Customer was here since last night and they couldn't get any help. They stopped to get gas, filled up the gas, and then the car wouldn't start. Or she said it started and then it shut right back off, and then now it won't even crank or do anything. So we're towing it, and a company called us and asked us if we can, do the job for them, and I said, yeah, sure, no problem. I gave them a 60-minute ETA, and then they turn around and leave the customer waiting even longer, and then spoke to the customer, and the customer's like, hey, I was told you to be here 15 minutes. And I'm like, no. I'm like, that's not accurate. So what happened was they started price shopping around, and pretty much left the customer sitting there waiting, which is nonsense. Instead of just paying the price and getting the customer taken care of, they're price shopping, which is something that they always do, which is ridiculous. Like, you're gonna leave a customer stranded? They've been stranded since last night. So it is what it is. We're here loading it up right now. This guy's gonna come out that way. You got it? I'm sorry, man. You want to slide it over a little bit?
Good. I can't come over that, right?
You got it, man. So yeah, so the customer's been waiting since like yesterday, and they're pissed off, which I get it. But that's what a lot of these companies do, man. They wanna, instead of just taking care of it and saying, hey, no problem, this is the price, let's take care of the customer. No, they left the customer there while they tried to price shop. And then I had gotten another call, and they called me back for this, and I'm like, yeah, I can still do it. I said, but the ETA changed now. And they're like, why? I just called you a few minutes ago. And I explained to them, I said, I don't sit here waiting. If somebody calls me up, for another job, I'm taking it. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lose a couple $100 because you want a price shop. So I told them I'll take care of it, not a problem, but it's going to be a little bit later than what I told you before. So I called the customer and I told him, listen, just leave the keys with the car, tell me where you left it, and have somebody pick you up so you're not sitting there waiting, because it sucks what they'll do to people. I'm gonna do this one real quick, drop it off, and then I got a lockout I gotta go do. Alright, straps, light, and move on out. Oh, that's where that battery was from. I was wondering where the heck I had an extra battery. Alright, I finally took it out, put it in charge. So I did the transmission upgrade, the transmission cooler upgrade, and I did the transmission bypass delete, and there's another battery here, right? Come on now. Bag is soaking wet from yesterday. Freaking rain and lightning was wild. So I did the 6.0 transmission cooler upgrade for this truck because the 7.3 one is way too small. And then I did the transmission bypass tube delete, and I got rid of that because it was causing my transmission to overheat, and I just had enough of it. So yeah, I'll put pictures, but I did the bypass tube delete and I did the upgrade on the transmission 6.0 cooler. Way bigger than the standard 7.3 one, and a huge difference it made, because most of the times, like today, I did an hour drive. I did about an hour drive to Concord, and then about an hour drive back to Harmony to grab this car. And usually my temperature for the transmission would be around 180. and right now it's slightly above 140. So it's definitely making a huge difference on the temperature. So I'm grateful for that that's working. And it's definitely worth the upgrade. From what I read on threads and stuff like that, they were saying with the 7.3s, that's like the first thing they do is eliminate the bypass tube on the transmission, and upgrade the 6.0 cooler. So I finally did it, and now I got some other stuff that I want to change as well. Something for the AC, for when you turn the AC on max, it closes the door all the way or something on the flap for the air conditioner, and it basically cuts off. There's a valve that when you put it on max AC, it shuts off the bypass, not the bypass, it shuts off the heater core, so it doesn't allow fluid to circulate through the heater core, which helps keep the cab colder. Alright, let's see, mount myself in tow. Alright, grab some photos. I'm not going far with it, I'm only going like less than 5 miles. Take more photos. Sucks because she said she had put a brand new engine, well, they replaced the engine in the car, and she said she doesn't know what's going on, so I don't know, maybe it's a bad starter, who knows. Alright, I'll see you guys at the drop. Alright guys, we're gonna drop it off here. Just got a shop. Just trying to be careful with all this going on. Phone with the lady's Roadside insurance company. I wasn't told I was collecting from the customer, and all of a sudden now I'm collecting from the customer and the customer doesn't have it. So thankfully the shop said if I can't get paid from somebody, he'll pay me. So I'm just gonna drop it and see what happens. Worst case scenario, I have him pay me, and that's it. This lockout. Lady just packed her groceries, closed the door, and boom, everything locked. I think that's so annoying. photos. Thank you. All right. Where's my phone? Alright guys, so I'm going to take my photos of everything and that's it. Head out to do this lockout. As always, thank you for riding with me and hanging out. As always, give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not part of the channel. Become part of the Towman family. Click on that notification bell. You get notified every time I upload a video. With that being said, as always, God bless. I will see you in the next video.